2, 1. Hello, welcome everyone. Welcome back to our stream. We are back here doing a wrap up of our one off that has been so graciously hosted by Oliver, who I'll hand it off to because he'll bring us back to where we once were.
Yes,
Stop sounding so fucking sensual, please.
ASMR.
yeah, for anyone who missed last time and is here today, we are taking a break from our normal campaign and doing a quick one-shot that I've devised just to give Kevin a quick break and to provide an elongated cliffhanger for our normal party. So, in our last session, everyone woke up as would-be slaves on what they soon discovered was a Mind Flayer spelljammer orbiting a planet that they did not recognize. They managed to make their way up from the lower decks and fended off an ambush from an Umber Hulk, who they ironically confused. And they discovered that the ship was in the middle of a battle to the death with a Nyogi Mind Spinner. Or Mind Spider, rather. I'm sorry. We ended the last session with the party's cover being blown as Namek Volka failed to use telepathy to converse with the Illithid captain.
Look, I can do a lot of things, but that's unfortunately one of them that I cannot.
Yes, the disguise was pretty. It held up all the way until that point, though. So that's pretty good. So now we should probably introduce everyone's characters before we get to the ensuing fight. So Nick, why don't you go first, since we've already name dropped you?
Sure, I'm Namek Volka. I am a ASMR bard, basically. I've been around the block, and I know my way around things, so I get excited easily, and I can put on one hell of a performance. But I'm a little out of my element since I'm currently in a ship in the sky. I have not been out in this part of the world in such a long time, but that's pretty much me. Catch me
You're
on
in
the
the
weekends.
part of the world that's not the.
Yeah, I'm part of the world that's not the world. Well, technically kind of is, but isn't. So.
Okay, yeah, so that's Namek Volka. Why don't we move on to Jess? Jess, wake up.
I'm here. Leave me alone. I had a long ass day dealing with people screaming about their Adderall. Was that too real? Yeah. The stories I could tell. I am playing Ashera. As for short, tiny half-elf girl. Got a nice big-ass wolf. She's a ranger. She's kind of just doesn't know what the fuck to think about all this. Literally being raised by wolves. What the fuck is all of this? I'm going to pass it on to Kevin.
Tonight I'll be playing Scabby, the arcane trickster rogue. He is a red-skinned tiefling hidden in a pile of rags and knives, who occasionally wields a flaming sword with great effect. But that spell's about to sputter out, and I won't have it. So, yeah. This state of fear is pretty much Scabby's entire life. Everything is always terrifying. Always.
Okay. Yeah, Kevin, you're breaking up a little bit, but we got most of it, so
Okay.
it's okay as long as it doesn't get worse.
Yeah, like I said, my connection's bad.
Okay.
Bye.
We're fighting the bad connection tonight. Mostly on Kevin's side.
And that just leaves Jen.
My character's name is Noelle. She is a half-elf wizard. And she is... she's pretty pragmatic. She just wants to get to the bottom of everything. So, she's looking forward to wrapping this up.
Okay. And wrapping it up is definitely what we want to do today. So to set the stage once again, for what has happened, you guys have just climbed up from the battle deck. You are now on the bridge of the ship. And I'll give you another quick description of the room. So on the eastern wall, there is a ladder that heads up, and this leads to a little walkway, basically above the room that leads to a large captain's chair, which is currently empty. To the west of you, you can see there's a set of 3 chairs, kind of spaced out in like a triangle formation. And these chairs are rather peculiar. They have these humanoid-shaped indentations in them, and they are facing away from you towards what would be the front of the ship. Standing between you and those chairs is a Mind Flayer pirate captain. He's got the full the coat and the pirate hat and everything like that. He is wielding this rapier that's got like, it looks like this is custom made rapier. It's got like this tentacle that looks like it's like climbing up the blade. And he's wearing several very gaudy rings with different gemstones just sort of on his mouth tentacles. And he is looking not very amused by what is currently before him. Standing next to him is a equally angry-looking Githyanki with a red mohawk, who's been doing all the talk for his boss. He is presumably the first mate of the ship. And they are both drawing their weapons and getting ready to strike, so we're probably going to need to start off with some initiative rolls.
Honey, those gaudy rings are so last season.
Oh, I rolled a 9.
I got a 6 in total.
Well, gets a 9.
I got an 18.
Hell yeah.
6. Kevin, you said, or Gabby, you
10.
said you had 10. And Noel, real high. Okay. So, Noel, you get to act first.
Wow. Okay, well, my spell slots are kind of taken up.
Go away, Sophie.
Who's closer to me right now?
Well, the party's closer to you. But the Mind Flayer captain and the Githyanki are basically right next to each other, basically facing the two of you down. So they're probably about equidistant.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Magic Missile on the captain
Okay.
as a 3rd level spell. So I need to roll 5 of those for... That is gonna hit for 23 damage.
23 damage with that magic missile. All right. Yeah, you take the initiative. You don't wait for them to come to you. You just let those fly right into him right away. Scabby, you are going to be next up.
Okay.
Wait. I had a 18 for initiative.
Oh, you did? Oh,
What did you
Okay.
write down?
I had you right in the middle of everyone. I guess I got that wrong. Okay, I'm sorry. Ashera, you probably should have gone first then. You will in fact go first now then. We'll
Move
fix
for a second.
You'll be first, second.
Second first. There's first,
I was
first,
just like,
and then there's second
wait.
first.
that.
what?
They're both still first. They're equal.
Yes.
I was like, wait, what did Jen roll? Did she roll like an 8 or something? What's going on?
Did I? I thought that was a 16. Did I get you guys mixed up? Maybe that's what I did.
Yeah,
I
I rolled a
said-
9.
Yeah, I said 6, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I got your rolls reversed, and that is what happened. Okay.
Okay. I'm going to, since none of us are close to them right now, I'm going to Ice Knife.
Okay.
Oh, which is just a Dex 12.
Dexterity 12. All right. So
Should be a to hit roll first.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, you throw the knife and the knife explodes.
21.
That'll hit the captain.
Good. And then 110, 1d10 piercing damage. It's a 6,
Okay.
and then it's the save.
Right. 6 damage onto him. Captain's gonna try to make that save. He rolls a natural 20 on that with advantage. Let's see how the Githyanki does. Yeah, that is 19 for him. So they both save. And is that one just no damage on a save or half damage on a save? Okay, that's no damage on a save. So no additional damage on them.
Nope.
Now it is Gabby's turn.
I am going to nope. I'm going to cast invisibility on myself and put some distance between me and the rest of the group. Trying to circle around to get behind the captain.
Okay. And since you are invisible, they just let you do that because they can't see you. All right, so yeah, you circle around behind the two of them, and you're just gonna stay back there invisible. No other bonus actions.
I can move. Yeah, I can use my bonus action for extra movement. But if that movement won't do me any good, just for... Yeah, I'm just going to use that to hide in addition to being invisible.
Okay, so you basically just duck behind one of these chairs.
Yeah.
And when you kind of duck down behind it, and you're doing that thing where you're peeking out even though you're invisible. As you touch this chair, there's a slight tingle. It seems to be reacting to your touch.
Oh, that's not good. I hate when the furniture has opinions.
Ooh.
So now would be Noelle, but she's taken her turn, so we're going to Nemekbolka.
The chair moans. Sure. Let me see.
I stab it to see if it's mimic.
Ooh. Let me see.
You ruin the upholstery.
Don't. So for me... Oh, who do we have again? We have, yeah, I don't know why I'm asking that. There's only 2 people. Let me see. So what I would like to do is I'm going to release a Vicious Mockery upon the Mohawk.
Yankee? Okay.
Oh, yeah. Let me see. So it needs to succeed a Wisdom saving throw.
Saving
15.
throw to get the Yankee. Okay. Let's see what he manages. That is a 9. So he fails that.
Excellent. So I need to do 2d4 damage. Where'd my dice go? There we go. I'm staring right at them, but apparently they've disappeared. So that's gonna be 4 damage, and it's gonna have disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
Okay. What kind of damage is that he takes from that?
Psychic.
Okay. Probably used to that. He serves with mind players.
Yes, I'm just gonna be like, how dare you? How dare you, you fucking poser, with your goddamn red mohawk, see right through this beautiful disguise.
Okay, the Mind Flayer is going next. And he is going to look at the group with his angriest stare and do a Mind Blast. So, he is magically emitting the psychic energy in a 60-foot cone, which is going to hit everyone besides Scabby, who is hiding behind him. Each creature in this area must succeed on a DC 15 intelligence saving throw.
Oh, that is fun. Thank God that was a 16.
Okay.
My heart was racing.
18.
Sure. well.
Okay. I'm gonna go for the captain again.
No.
No.
You got to make your saving throw. Also, your
Oh,
hands in the way of your microphone.
My saving throw. Okay. Hold on.
Intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence. $24.
24. Okay, so you all pass your saves again. You guys have great saves.
I wouldn't say that, but
The Githyanki is now going to go. And he looks enraged. He looks like he's probably a hothead on the best of days. And he is not happy about what Namek has said about him. And
it's
he
true
says,
though. The truth is enraging. I get it, but
he's basically fuming as he holds out his scimitar and is like, "You dare insult Torkar? I will carve you apart." And he is going to advance on you. And he's going to make 2 attacks for that scimitar.
yep. Let me see.
At disadvantage, I believe, or is that
Yeah, disadvantage on one of the attack rolls.
one of the attack rolls? Okay. First one has disadvantage, which is still going to be a dirty 20, even with disadvantage.
God, fuck it. Okay, well it hits.
Yes, it does. You guys have made enough saves. I don't think you guys need to complain about anything.
I'm gonna complain. Let me complain. No, I'm just kidding.
That rolls for 5 damage.
All right.
The
Yum.
second scimitar attack. I'm sorry, this one's not at disadvantage. That is going to be a 19 to hit.
Yeah.
It's also rolling well. That is an additional 10 damage.
Ooh.
And then, as you are reeling from those, he whips out a dagger in his offhand that you didn't see. Makes a quick slice with that as well. And that is a 24 to hit.
Can you cut it out?
I mean, you
No,
asked.
literally.
Cut it out with a dagger.
Yeah. That is 5 piercing damage.
God damn.
Yeah, he's laying into you. Okay. Now we can flip over to the correct initiative order. Shara.
Hey, sup, yo. We are going to go with the longbow. The longbow is the best way to go. I'm gonna go at the captain.
Okay.
14.
That will not hit. That goes whizzes right by him.
Cry. What if I was gonna go after the other guy?
Yankee, okay.
Bufo's a good boy. And roll that dice. That's a 16.
That will also miss.
Cry. Okay.
He's not very lightly armored, but he manages to dodge out of the way of that.
Hang on.
Okay, that's fine because Scabby is up next.
Okay. Can I get to the captain from here?
Yeah. It's let's see. The full room is about 35 feet across, so it's not difficult to cross most of it.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna invisibly sneak up on the.
Okay.
Hey, sorry
And
about
sort
that.
of, it's been a lot more than 10 minutes.
Yeah, the sword's out by now. As you try to sneak up on the captain, just go ahead and make a stealth check with advantage. See if he can hear you sneaking up on him.
19.
19. Yeah, okay. He does not seem to notice you as you creep up on him. He seems completely distracted by the group in front of him.
Okay. Then I'm going to take this rusty sword I pulled out of a dump and put it into his innards.
Okay. Make that attack roll with advantage because he did not see you coming.
That is a 25.
That'll hit.
Need a couple of pixels. 1821, and that will make me very, very visible.
Yes, it will, but that is a pretty good amount of damage. Let's see. Okay. Any bonus actions?
Do I have any movement left?
Let's see. If you were hiding behind a chair and you moved up on him, you you can probably move about 5 feet back towards the chairs.
Okay. Then I'll use my bonus action to disengage and try to dive behind a chair again.
Okay. Yeah, you take that attack of opportunity. Well, you're the one making the attack.
Yeah, I'll disengage.
And then you take the opportunity to just get out of there again.
Yep.
And now it is Noelle's.
Okay. I'm going to cast Magic Missile again as a second level spell.
Okay.
So that's 4d4s. 16.
Who are you
I'm sorry,
casting
15 at the captain again.
at? Okay. 15 damage because it doesn't roll to hit.
Yeah, that's what I meant. 15
Okay.
damage to the hit.
All right. Yeah, you are just going at this captain. Namek Volka, it is your turn. You have a very angry Githyanki right in your face.
Yeah, I'm also really pissed, so I'm gonna use Radiant Soul. And I'm just gonna transform into this fucking glowing incorporeal thing with nice glowy eyes. Obviously that means I can't attack because that uses my action,
Okay.
which fucking sucks. But I can do a couple of things here. Let me see. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, I know, Kevin, you look confused. No, I read it. It basically is one action, which just fucking sucks. I can't do anything about it, but
Yeah, that is an action.
I'm gonna I can fly now, which means I can use a move action, and I'd like to fly straight up, if possible, which I know will do some stuff to it, but
Well, yeah, he will get an attack of opportunity on you as you try to. He's gonna slash at you as you make your escape.
yep, that's fine.
This is just additional evidence that tieflings are superior to.
I don't.
And that is unfortunately going to hit
Okay,
for an additional 7 damage.
good thing I got out of there.
However, the roof, since this is the bridge and you got the captain's chairs like situated above everything, this command station is tall enough so that you are able to fly out of his range.
Hell yeah.
Unless he has a way to make a ranged attack against you, which you don't visibly see.
Alrighty. And I do have a bonus action, which I'm gonna do Bardic Inspiration. I'm gonna give that to to the one with the beautiful wolf here.
Okay. So Shara has Bardic Inspiration. The Mind Flayer, basically cursing telepathically at the fact that he's just been stabbed and his Mind Blast did nothing. He's going to ignore the insignificant tiefling behind him, and he's going to go for that mage. Because wizard brains presumably taste pretty good, I guess. I don't know.
It tastes like chicken. Don't ask me what I know.
So yeah, he is just going to come forward, and he first makes an attack with that rapier he's holding.
Tastes like paper that's been out in the sun for 3 days, and you left a little bit of salt on it.
That is going to be a dirty 20 for his rapier attack. So Noelle, you take a nice slice for 8 piercing damage.
Oh, jeez.
And then as you're reeling from that, he just goes right in with the tentacles.
Wait, you said 8 damage?
8 piercing damage, yeah. And then he makes his tentacle attack. That one, however, that's an 11. Is that gonna hit you? Noelle?
11.
Does 11
My
hit?
armor class is 11.
Okay, so that is gonna hit. And that is going to be. Where's my D10? You take 14 psychic damage, and you are grappled as this mind flayer just wraps his tentacles around your head there.
Oh, I have 15 HP left.
Um,
I have
yes.
11.
So now the Githyanki is gonna go. He is just looking up at this
I'm
ASMR that
pissed.
just
You
and he's just gonna say, "Fine, if you won't come down and fight like a warrior, I'll just have to take your friends apart." And he's gonna turn towards Ashera.
Oh, thanks.
And he's gonna make 2 attacks for that scimitar. Those are both 19s, so those will hit.
No.
They will. I'm sorry.
No, they don't.
No way to prevent it. For a total of, let's see, 8. Okay, so 13 damage total.
To me? Yes.
Yes, to you. And then the dagger comes out as well. Third attack. That is a 16 to hit.
Yep, it'll hit.
So that is an additional 6 piercing damage. Ashera, it's now your turn.
It's my turn. Okay, you know what we're gonna do? Is we're gonna set up our healing spirit right here, right now is my bonus bonus? My bonus action. My bonus action, and I'm gonna heal a d6 right away.
Okay. So you're basically making a spirit wolf here. Too.
Yeah, my spirit will foe.
Okay.
And 5, there we go. Okay, I healed 4. Okay, now for what I'm actually gonna do. So this guy's right up on my ass, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
I'm going to 2-weapon fighting with the short swords. I can do a short swords, yes. That's why I have 2 short swords.
Yeah, 2 of them. You can do 2 of
Talking.
fighting, yeah.
Just being perplexed by words tonight is incredible.
Yeah. I know I have. Where is that? Sorry. Okay. So since I have the actual 2-weapon fighting thing, is it just the modifier to the damage, or is it the modifier to hit? The second
yeah,
one?
Yeah, just the damage.
yeah.
Okay, just making sure. So the first one has the modifier.
Yeah, it makes it the same attack as when you roll with your primary.
Yeah.
21 for the first one to hit.
Okay, that hits.
And then I add my +6 to the next one, right? Or do I not? Is it just a straight?
Yeah, no, you
Okay.
get it's the same attack. The 2-weapon fighting makes it so that there are no penalties for attacking
Okay.
with both weapons.
12. The second one's an 18 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, so 1d6 each. $14 total for both hits. Together.
Okay.
Together.
We'll be forever together.
That was creepy. Don't ever do that again.
Okay, yeah, that takes
Our
a pretty
ASMR
good
bard.
slice out of him.
Okay.
So that was 2 attacks.
Well,
You
that
still have,
was yeah.
you have 2
Um,
attacks per action, so now you get your. If you were, those were your 2 attacks. So now you get your 2 weapon fighting if you want to, unless you wanted to make one of those 2 attacks and attack with the wolf.
oh, I did the first attack and then the second attack was with the 2-weapon fighting.
Right, but you have 2 attacks per attack action.
Yeah, I was gonna do the second one as the wolf.
Okay,
The second
then
attack.
yeah, then roll that.
That was my plan. Yeah. Sorry. Ufo's gonna go after him. 18.
18. That will hit.
It's 5 damage and it's an 11 strength save.
Okay. He rolls a. Yeah, he saves that. Support.
Okay.
Okay. Scabby. It's your turn. You can see this Githyanki is hacking into one of your party after another, and Mage currently has a Mind Flayer mouth all over her cranium.
Right. So that mind flayer is fairly occupied munching on gray matter right. So that looks like a prime backstabbing opportunity, which I'm not going to pass.
Right. You will not get advantage on this one, but yeah, the sneak attack is definitely active.
Worth a try. 25 to hit again.
That will certainly hit.
We're running good damage. 23.
Good chunk. Let's see.
Then, unless that mind flare drops over dead.
He is not dead yet, but he
I
is
didn't think so.
bleeding quite profusely.
I'm going to disengage and continue my run directly through and dive through that healing.
Okay, sure. Then you get the healing from that as well.
That's a D6 on the healing spirit.
I believe so. Ashara, your healing spirit?
I don't think it has a very big range.
He's just running through it. He's using his extra movement.
Oh, yeah. Let me 1d6. 4.
Okay, I heal 4.
Yeah. Sorry.
Most efficient healing spell in the game.
Yeah, it's surprisingly very good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Many people think it should be nerfed.
Fuck them.
It's pretty powerful.
Let
Again,
Ranger have their thing.
I was looking at it and playing a cleric. I was like, wow, that's a really good spell.
Uh-huh.
And it lasts an entire goddamn minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The entire party can use it each turn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Noelle,
Okay.
you are currently grappled by this mind flayer. You can feel these tentacles wrapped around your skull, and they are squeezing down.
Okay. I'm gonna use Burning Hands as a first level spell.
Okay. So you're gonna shoot that in a cone. Like, you basically just put your hands right on his chest and Burning Hands him.
Yeah.
Alright. So he's gonna need a dexterity saving throw, and I'm gonna give him disadvantage for that, because I don't understand how he could make an effective
Just his whole
dexterity
his
check.
body instead of his head pops off and just
Yeah.
misses.
He's attached.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, he rolls a 2 with that disadvantage. So roll damage on that.
3d6. 10.
10 damage. Okay. So as these waves of fire kind of just like shoot out of your hands right into his chest, you can see one of these rings around his tentacles sort of like glow hotly. And that looks like it's providing him fire resistance. But it does not seem to be enough, and you just burn a hole right in his chest. And he slumps down dead, because he was Even with resistance, he did not have much left in him.
He doesn't have resistance to sword.
No, he does not.
Step, hide.
Namek, it is now your turn. However, as soon as the Mind Flayer goes down, the Githyanki sort of like looks over and then drops his sword and then just does a salute to Noel and says, Captain. Namek, it's your turn if you want to
kill Stoll.
Yo, bitch! Let me see.
It's your initiative if you want to do anything, but it looks like the Githyanki might be surrendering or at least acknowledging their new cap. If you trust them.
They're technically... What are they? Let me see. Because I kind of want to daze them, because that would be fucking awesome. But I also want to put them in a cone of silence because they need to be put in a timeout for their actions.
Put them in a timeout.
Let me see. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly down to that radiation to heal myself.
Okay.
If that's okay.
That sounds okay.
Yeah.
Or am I rolling a heal for you?
Yeah. I want that sweet, sweet radiation.
The good woofo heal.
Mm-hmm.
3.
Ooh, give me that yummy radiation. That's like 20 calories of healing. Let me see. And
Feeling light.
yeah. And then I'm just gonna cast Silence. And it's gonna be literally just on the guy who's saluting. Because I'm like, yeah, okay, we get it. Silence.
Yeah, so, okay, you drop down a silence on him, and he, glares daggers at you, but he maintains that salute.
Well,
So, if anyone wants to continue this fight, we can do so. If everyone is going to accept his surrender, then we can
I
end
have a
combat.
slave. Why wouldn't I accept his surrender?
Oh, no.
Have a what?
Nothing. Nothing.
How the tables have turned.
Oh my
A servant. A simple manservant.
damn.
A paid employee?
He's my new sales associate.
We
Okay.
pay him less than minimum wage.
Oh man.
So, assuming nobody else is going to be shanking this guy,
No.
No.
you have a dead Mind Flayer captain, a former captain, at your feet. The ship is presumably, or what's left of it, is now under your control.
It's my ship now.
Oh no! Oh, you bitch! I wanted it.
Well, maybe you should have thought about attacking the captain first.
Well. Whoa. Okay, listen. You need to calm down.
I just saying the facts.
So, if it's your ship, how do you make it move?
I don't know. Ask the guy we just captured. Make him do it.
What if I? Oh wait, I can speak to the dead. Maybe I can ask the dead dude how to do it.
Do it. Do it.
The Githyanki starts talking, but he's silenced, so you have no idea what he's saying.
Can he wait? He can't hear us either, right?
I don't know.
Hold on. Let me see
Can he?
silence. No sound can be created within or pass through a 20-foot radius sphere.
No, so he cannot hear you. He's trying to talk, but nothing's coming out.
I'm just gonna be like,
Sign language. Learn it now
cometh
immediately.
here.
He very mopingly steps out of the silence bubble.
Go- Yes.
And he says, "If you are all done now, might I ask what the captain's orders are?"
Make the ship go.
Afraid I can't do that, Captain. We use the slaves for that, and
What do you think you are right now? A servant, exactly. That's what you are. You're a servant, not a slave. There's a distinct difference.
I'm not
And,
putting the sword away.
Can we take the other ship? Is that an option?
are you asking
Deal
the
with
first
that.
mate that?
But-
No, I want the first mate to do the navigation and the
Says,
commandeering.
So he's still at basically standing at attention there. And he says, "Captain, apologies, but I can't steer the ship.
Do you know who can?
You're gonna need someone with some magic to do it. Afraid I don't have any magic."
I have magic. Is there a specific type of magic?
No, you just need magic to do it. And he sort of gestures over towards the 3 chairs.
Okay.
And he says, "Them's 3 right there is the Spelljammer helms."
Oh my god, okay, I'm going over. I'm gonna immediately run over and sit in one of the chairs. Because I'm like, I have the magic touch.
Okay, I'm
How
gonna go
have
sit in one of
you
the chairs.
lived this long?
Luck.
Okay. So,
Light?
you basically sit down in this indentation, the humanoid-shaped indentation, and it sort of, like, compresses and sucks in to, like, fit you perfectly.
Ooh,
And you feel this strange tingling come over you.
it's a sleep number.
You get this strange sensation. It's almost like you're lowering yourself into like a very comfortably warm bath as you sit in this chair. And your senses kind of expand out over the entire ship. And you can sort of feel the ship as if it's a very like it's not really you can't. It feels like an extension of your body, but it's very muted, kind of fuzzy.
Guys, the ship.
Like a numb foot, right?
Yeah, pretty much
The
like that.
ship is me. I am the ship. After a
You
TV
can
station
also-
goes off the air.
You can also sense the mind spider that is currently rammed right through you. You just get the sense that it is there, and that is the only other vessel in the area that you sense.
I want 2 ships.
Are you saying that out loud, or are you just thinking that to yourself while you're sitting in the chair?
I'm gonna be sitting in the chair. I'm gonna be like, this ship's cool, but I want 2 ships.
Oh my fucking god.
The Githyanki ignores what you are saying, and
Then go
instead
back in the
addre-
bubble. No one was talking to you anyway, so.
Instead addresses the captain, and he says, "Captain, before we move the ship, we got to do something about the Neogi ram that's stuck through our bottom."
Let's keep it. Do what the man says.
Or woman.
Well, Scabby, you?
Can I inspect those helms to figure out how they work?
Make an Arcana check on him. Sure.
I have to go use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Alright.
26.
Okay. So you take a look around these chairs, and you already knew that it had a strange tingle when you touched it. These chairs seem to have a very powerful enchantment on them, and it looks like these are in fact built to respond to people, magic users, and allow them to pilot the ship in some sort of way that you don't understand. What you can tell is that all 3 of these are linked and are designed to work together.
Okay. Now, Scabby's definition of danger is pretty wide. But do I figure out any of these that could potentially be harmful to?
Harmful physically, no. Sitting in these chairs, and it looks like they draw the magic energy from you. So the more taxed you are, in other words, the more of your magic you have used up at a given time, the more difficult it's going to be to use this chair. But as far as Scabby can tell, there's no like immediate danger to his person sitting in one.
Okay. Okay.
Come
So,
join me.
turn-
I'm like patting the other chairs, like, come join me.
I thought you were going to say you're patting your lap.
Come sit
No.
on my lap.
Get in the silence bubble.
Get in the silence bubble. Moves the silence bubble to me.
Turning to the Githyanki is like the Ely spider guy. How do we get rid of them?
Well, I suppose you can take the other ship if that's what you guys want to do. But, if you're asking me what I think the best way of getting a mine spider out of our backside is, Captain, sorry, by that I mean the old captain, picked up a couple of kegs of gunpowder on one of our last runs. We got them down in the hold, near where your slave pens were. If we could get them over to the other ship, wouldn't take much to blow the whole thing up. Of course, it's right next to us, but I don't know what other options we have.
Can we
Well-
drive it into the? Can we drive this ship kind of into the ground to, you know?
Well, you're currently
You
in.
just ask if we could crash the ship.
Yeah, if we crash it, maybe we could probably break it off.
Stun.
Hey,
He kind of the Githyanki kind of shrugs and says, probably moving the ship with the mine spider ram through us would probably tear it up something terrible. But suppose you could try it if you're not worried about ship stability.
well, I mean, if it messes up the
We're
ship,
worried about stability.
the ship runs on magic. It shouldn't have to worry about structural stability.
I'm worried about structural stability when I'm on the ground.
That's your problem, not mine. Okay.
No, it's everybody's problem. You just don't acknowledge it.
So,
right.
Namek, as you are sitting in this chair, you have a feeling of the ship around you. You realize this craft doesn't. It's a ship. If you were going to attempt to land it on a surface, landing it on the ground would probably just destroy it. It's not an airplane. It's a ship. It could probably land in the water. It does have a big hole in the bottom of it, though, so probably sink after that.
Yeah. We can always
as-
just land it so it gets beached on the shore, I guess. So
Okay, I'm back.
We can just crash it gently. That'll be fine. Sure.
it's worked in the past, I guess. So I'm just making that up, but I hope you would believe me in that.
So,
Okay.
ignoring the Asimar, you said gunpowder blow up the other ship?
I mean, it's not the safest thing, but life of a pirate isn't really safe to begin with. You have any better ideas?
Not be a pirate.
If I can't have that ship, then nobody deserves to have a ship. So I guess whatever. We're just gonna have to go and blow it up. And you're gonna hear me complain about it for weeks, although you probably will be gone by then, so it doesn't matter.
Get out of that chair.
Get out of that chair.
I'm gonna get up, like, really upset, and I'm just gonna, like, walk away, like, just...
Yeah, as soon as you get up out of that chair, the feeling of the ship that you had just disappears, and you're back in your own body. Ship's just a ship around you.
I feel 2 tons lighter.
So the Githyanki says he's still addressing the captain, and he says, "Captain, you want to get that keg over to the other ship? You got 2 options. They got boarding hooks all over us. Someone wants to try and sling it over there. I guess they can.
How heavy is that keg?
Pretty heavy. Let's see how heavy the gunpowder keg is. It is about 20 pounds, so it would be a little bit unwieldy to get along those boarding lines. Technically
Wait.
possible if you're strong enough.
Don't we have a catapult?
There is a decently damaged catapult, but it's possible that you could salvage it.
How far is it to the other ship?
So
How long are those boarding lines?
those boarding lines are probably about, let's see. So the Mind Spider is a much smaller ship than the Nautiloid. It looks like they are probably it's probably about 75 feet, you would estimate. So it's a pretty long way. The Githyanki, however, he continues and says there's another option. If you look out the back, and he sort of signals the upstairs of this command station, sort of where the ladder goes up. He nods up there and says, "There's a door to the back there. Lashed to the back of the ship, we got a wreck boat.
You mean there's
Real
more to
small?
this place? Are you kidding me?
I mean, you did skip a bunch of the doors coming up here.
I
but
mean, okay.
it says, it's real small. Just a couple of people can squeeze into it, and it moves real slow. It would take a long time to get down to the planet in that thing with no food or water, but it's just a short jaunt right over to the Mind Spider. You got someone that can pilot it.
Does it need magic?
Same kind of Spelljammer helm, just only a single one.
Okay. I'll sacrifice myself for the better of the good.
Finally, something we agree on.
The Githyanki bites his lip like he's gonna laugh at this, and he says, he sort of leans over and whispers to the captain, "It doesn't have to be a suicide trip, but let him do it if he wants to."
If I die, just let them know that my shows are canceled, and I will not be going. I will not be touring anymore due to bone disease.
Bone disease, that's what we're calling it.
Right. So that leaves you guys with a couple of options. You can go over to that Mind Spider ship and try to take it. There's nothing stopping you. You don't have to try to blow it up. You can just pilot the ship and hope that it doesn't tear apart. You can try to get those gunpowder kegs over there with the boarding lines, the wreck boat, or the catapult. You want to try and fix that up. One thing is you are not sure whether or not the crew of that other ship has been completely wiped out yet.
I say we powder keg the other ship via the catapult.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. I was gonna say, let me try and see if I can get it into reverse and try backing it out, but I don't think that's gonna be an option.
No.
How likely is the gunpowder to go off when the catapult flings it?
If you just hit the side of the vessel, probably not very likely. It's gonna need some kind of spark to set it off.
Well, I can do fire.
Can you throw the flamey sword?
I can throw fire.
Okay.
I mean, I have pyrotechnics, so I could set off fireworks. Technically,
We're gonna do both of those things.
it's gonna be an amazing finale. Pyrotechnics.
Yeah, I say we explode the other ship. And then maybe try and back up off of it.
As long as it doesn't explode when the catapult fires, and we wait, it actually waits until it gets to the other ship to explode. That does sound like a decent plan. I'm not sure how volatile this stuff is.
Just Yankee kind of shrugs and is like, "Well, never seen a powder keg explode when it's in a catapult. Never seen a powder keg in a catapult. Come to think of it."
Does it need a spark? Or will just force do it?
It's gonna need a spark.
Then I think we'll be fine if we fling it in the
Right.
catapult.
As long as my
Right.
fireworks don't go off too early. Which they won't. That
Okay.
look, though.
So, is this the plan that we are currently going to try to go with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, whoever wants to go down to take the measure of these powder kegs, we have any volunteers for that?
I'm weak.
I'll do that. I don't trust anyone else.
Okay. So, Scabby, you pick your way back down the ship, all the way back down to the slave decks where you guys first started. And everyone along the way is still quite dead, thankfully. There's one more room here, right by the stairs, that you guys did not check. And when you open up that door, what you see on the floor, this looks like it was a small little guard post. You can see a weapon rack with 4 spears and 4 short swords. There is some shelving here that is currently empty. And all over the floor is this disgusting mucky goo, broken glass shards, and these strange little tadpole-like creatures that are sort of flicking about like they're in their death throes.
Oh.
And then there is another door in the back of this room that is open, and you can see there are quite a few barrels in this little storage space here. 3 of them are marked with it looks like big explodey marks.
They say
I've never met anything tadpole shaped. So I'm gonna keep very close eye on them as I cross the room to get the gun.
Okay, yeah, they do seem quite interested in you as you are moving by. They're sort of wriggling in your direction, but
And I will mage hand dagger stab them in a heartbeat if I think they're even remotely threatened.
yeah, they do not look like they're particularly built to sort of wiggle along the ground there. So you are able to
Good.
stay out of their reach.
Yeah. Actually, I'll just mage hand to flick them away and just like smack them into the sides of the walls if I can.
Okay, yeah, you
Clear the
just you flick them out of the way. And in that back room, yeah, you can see one of the barrels is kind of fallen, and it's got like this disgusting white gruel in it. The 3 powder kegs are still intact. It looks like, and they're just in the back there.
3
So that's what you got.
20-pound.
Yes.
Do I see a cart?
You do not see a cart.
Okay. I'm gonna grab 2 of them, one under each arm, and head back up.
Okay.
I don't want to try to juggle the third. That seems like something that required dice roll.
Yeah. So let's see. Yeah. So you managed to awkwardly but successfully get those 2 powder kegs up back onto the battle deck. Who has been playing with the catapult at this point?
I want to be tinkering with that catapult.
Okay. So this catapult has suffered some damage. As it looks like it sort of like slid back at some point during the fight and just like clattered down these stairs. Are you the only one that's checking out this catapult right now?
Who
I'll
else?
check out the catapult.
Yes.
Okay. So you're gonna need to drag this out of where it's stuck. So we're gonna need strength rolls to see how well this goes.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Fuck. Shit. Fuck.
Oh, I actually have a +4. Wait, is this just a strength check?
Yeah.
Just make a strength check, yeah.
I got a 7, but that's -1, so it's a 6. Hell
Okay.
yeah.
That's not moving.
Hell yeah.
I got an 18. I don't know why it was so hard to add 14 plus 4.
Okay. Yeah. So Ashera, you just see Nick there, like his hands are just wrapped around one of the beams, and he's just going, and it's just not moving at all. He's trying to backstep, and his feet are just sliding on the floor.
Like a toddler trying to drag an adult.
Pretty much, yeah. And you walk around the back of this catapult and give it a real good shove, and the thing starts to roll again. And the 2 of you, mostly Ashera, but Namek thinks he's doing a pretty good job, manage to push it back on the battle deck.
I would like to once again mention the fact that I am a 4'10", 15-year-old girl.
Listen,
Just if you want to add that to the image there.
I can do music. I can't do push-ups or anything that requires physical activity, so yeah.
Now, this catapult has seen better days. It is probably still operable, but it's quite banged up.
It's not like we're selling it, so you know.
You are able to push it out onto the battle deck that is actually out in space. It looks like it's got a place to be moved right in between the ballistas that are set up out there. And then it's got a little. It looks like it's made to swivel around so that it can shoot or just one direction. So you kind of turn that so it's facing in the general direction of the mine spider. And they're getting it right in a position just as Scabby comes up, lugging these 2 powder kegs.
You got the goods?
There's more, and some. I think
Some what?
they're the tadpole,
Oh.
like little wriggly things.
Oh, okay. That's weird.
Yeah, I didn't even see any frogs. So does that catapult look as busted up as you described?
Yeah, it's not in great condition. If you were in charge of a military unit that had a catapult like this, you would probably retire it from service.
Oh,
But this is the only catapult you've got, so.
I
hang
am
on, one
concerned.
second. Can the mending spell fix this catapult?
Let's see. So, as far as getting everything back into alignment, if such a thing is needed, that is not something mending can do. However, There are some stress cracks that have gone through the beams
Okay.
of this catapult, and mending can probably shore those up.
Okay. I'll do
Mhm.
that then.
Okay, so you give the catapult a once mending.
And this part here,
and-
and that part over there.
And you do your best to get it back into shape. Still a little bit wonky, but it looks like it's probably not going to fall apart when you fire it.
Should we test fire? Like, before we put the explosives in it,
Yeah, a test fire sounds good, but what are we gonna put in it?
look at the board.
I mean, yeah, we can put him in it.
No,
You want to go for a ride?
I'm gonna go back to where the chairs were, and I'm just gonna leave you guys to your thing.
We can
No.
put some tadpoles in.
Put some tadpoles in it.
Just find something
There's-
roughly 20 pounds.
Yeah, there's plenty of cannonballs and everything. Just whatever they use to fire the catapult. I don't know if they're cannonballs, but the ammunition for the catapult
Right.
is still in the galley here. You
Yeah.
can load it up with one of those, no problem.
That sounds good. Something that was designed to be fired out of a catapult would work.
Yeah.
Oh, ow.
Okay, so you load it up with one of these things. Anyone here at all from?
Sorry, you
out.
cut out what?
Is anyone here at all familiar with how a catapult might work?
No.
Like a slingshot.
Would you classify a catapult as a
As a what?
thieves tool?
Oh, I thought you said a fuse, and we were gonna be like, we just went over this. It's not.
I would probably not classify a catapult as a thieves' tool unless you
Then
are a
no.
particularly flashy kind of thief.
It's like a wooden slingshot.
I mean, I guess if you were gonna break into Fort Knox, that might be a thieves' tool, but
You're not
Alright,
getting into
alright.
Fort Knox
I,
without
I,
a
I
catapult.
had to give it a try.
no. Okay.
There's a weight at the end. Apparently, it goes. I think it goes up or down depending on how the spoon goes. I think.
That's a trebuchet.
Oh, sorry, wrong thing. Sorry. I'm sorry. Oh,
Okay.
that was bad.
So, who is going to attempt to operate this catapult?
Not me, because I clearly think it's a trebuchet. So.
I mean, I guess I'll do it. Since I'm the one who fixed it. I have a good idea of how it works since I'm the one who put it back together.
Well, yeah, you mended some breaks in it, but So,
I'll assist.
okay. So whoever is going to attempt to operate this catapult, go ahead and roll a d20.
Okay.
Dun, dun,
I rolled a
dun.
14.
14. Okay. So, let's see. Okay. You really don't have any idea what you're doing.
Oh.
But it is set up in such a way that it was the ropes that were attached to the actual swingy part of the catapult were still connected and taut even after it had fallen back. And you managed to eventually figure out how to do it. And the catapult just boom, and launches that cannonball. It goes wide, and it looks like it just barely misses the back of the mine spider.
Now
You
what?
You have to adjust the throwing so it's not as wide.
Yeah.
Which that makes it so what? The catapult threw a curveball like.
I kind of see a learning how to use a catapult montage.
as everyone just gathers around it, poking and prodding at the things.
Yeah.
So you do manage to get the ropes back and the spoon or whatever it's called pulled back again. None of you are entirely sure how to adjust the range, just looking at it, however. But it looks like you got very close.
What if we moved it? Is there a way to move it closer?
But we drug it here.
There's certainly room on the deck to move it back and forth if you want.
Okay, move it closer.
It just barely went over the mine spider, so moving it closer will
We need to go the other way.
further. Yeah.
Yeah, so let's put it behind something. I mean, no. Let's just have it break a support beam while it's trying to throw something.
Just fling it into a wall.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking
Okay.
God.
Hope for
So-
the best.
Rather than attempting to adjust it, you instead just roll it back a little bit. And the next shot kind of hits the top. The mine spider's got these towers on top of it, and it looks like it just it hits one of those towers.
Okay, let's move it back a little bit further then.
Yeah, let's roll it back to where it was in the stairwell. I mean, and hope it is good from there.
I'm gonna beat you with the catapult.
After
Okay.
we're done using it.
No.
No.
You move it back a little bit more, and this third ball hitting right dead center.
Okay.
And as you are doing this, I want everyone to make perception checks.
Okay.
I am entirely focused on not blowing myself up, which is why I have a 2.
I have
Okay.
a 12, so I'm kind of like
I
in the
rolled
middle.
16.
Hold on. I'm trying to. I got a 21.
Noelle, what did you roll?
16.
Okay. Noelle and Ashera, well, Namek and Scabby are just sitting there arguing back and forth about where exactly to position the catapult down to the exact centimeter. The two of you look out at the mine spider, the mine spider, and you notice there are two figures that
Uh-oh.
have emerged from the bottom of the ship and are currently scaling these boarding ropes up towards your ship.
Time to throw the powdered keg.
Yeah, but fuck it. Let's do it now.
Come on!
One of them looks like a Neogi, and you can see that the hair on his spidery back part is sort of dyed in like a skull and crossbones.
Yeah, I've
and
had
the
enough
other
of
one,
spiders today, so
which is climbing kind of like he's just got fistfuls of like several at the same time, is an Umber Hulk. Apparently these ropes are strong enough for an Umber Hulk.
Quick, throw the keg. Throw the keg.
throw the
That's how the
keg or
first
cut
one
the
got here,
ropes. One
yeah.
of the two.
Wait, can we cut the ropes?
That'll take too long. We just gotta throw the kegs and hope for the best.
Okay. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's lock and load.
Let's do it.
Now,
Quick!
Okay.
like we're screaming like, do it now, please.
So all of the arguing stops as you guys this powder keg, and I want whoever is going to be the main operator fire whoever to roll another d20.
Okay, I'll do it.
Sorry, that
I'm
was...
ready with a firebolt to detonate it as soon as it.
I rolled a 13.
Okay.
I'm ready with Misty Step to dodge away if it blows up.
There is a thunk as this powder keg is just shot out there into space, and time seems to like slow down as this keg is like sailing towards the mine spider. And it does not hit dead center, but it sort of like bunks off the side of the ship. And Scabby, that is your cue to make an attack roll with the firebolt.
8.
8.
Oh no.
That firebolt hits the side of the ship instead of detonating the powder keg.
Now,
Oh, no.
quick question: does that still have a little bit of a flame?
Wait, can I? I have firebolt too. Can I roll?
Go ahead and try.
Okay.
I was gonna say I could just do pyrotechnics and make the fireworks go off. So,
Oh, okay.
from Scabby's flame that misses, I could make fireworks at least shoot up and hit it.
It hit sort of right the side of the ship right next to the keg, and there's like a smolder patch there where the firebolt hit.
All right, who's ready for a light show? And I'm just gonna do pyrotechnics.
Hurry!
Yeah.
Do it!
Okay, that
Woo!
that small little fire patch just like goes off and like fireworks exploding. And these catch the powder keg, and for a second, nothing happens as the powder keg just sort of like rolls down the side of the ship, and it looks like it's going to fall.
Oh no!
And then it just detonates.
Yes.
And the entire ship, both ships, sort of rock to opposite sides, and there's this shriek of metal and wood cracking. This mine spider, like I said, it was much smaller than the nautiloid, and not nearly as heavily armored. And you can see that you've blown a huge hole in the side of it. And as it cracks apart, it just sort of comes loose from the ramming spike, leaving the spike lodged in your ship, but you are free from the mine spider.
Yay.
Woo!
I want everyone to roll an acrobatics check now.
Oh yes. Yes.
Scabby
17.
actual ninja was a 26.
22.
I have a 23.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So- Your ship pitches quite a bit in the opposite direction of this mine spider. But you all manage to keep your footing or grab the railing or something to keep on your feet. These boarding ropes that were connected between the two ships are suddenly snapped, either at the one side or right in the middle from the explosion catching them.
Dodge.
And you can see they just sort of fling over the ship, and you can see this Nyogi captain and the Umber Hulk are caught in this explosion, and they just go sailing right over the battle deck and just off into space.
Good.
Ooh.
I'm just gonna bow and be like, and that's the finale of our wonderful show.
So as the smoldering wreckage of the mine spiders sort of like shifts off into the darkness, the ship is currently free from being stuck to another object, and it's now yours.
All right.
Yay, free ship.
Now we begin chapter 2. The quest to land.
Yes. So
Nonsense.
Yeah,
Let's go for a ride.
Yeah, Namek. Well, let's give it a nice wrap up here, since this is a one shot and it's not going to continue. You guys make it back up to the control deck, where your new Githyanki first mate, whose name was Torkar, if anyone cared, is still waiting for you. And those 3 Spelljammer helms are still there waiting.
God, what help he was. Like, could you have been less useless in this situation? Jesus, like.
And
Is that
he
your
just
expert opinion on useless?
he sort of smirks at Namek and says, "Captain, man, I'm just doing what Captain said." So these Spelljammer helms are currently free if 3 people want to get in them.
I'm already in one, so.
Okay, I'm gonna get him one too.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So the 3 of you jump into these helms, and Scabby, it is quite a bit more comfortable than you feared. Maybe too comfortable. But-
yeah, I'm worried
but-
about that too.
Is he sure he can be comfortable knowing that I'm sitting right next to him?
I'm not comfortable with the idea of being comfortable. That means I'm being complacent, and I'm not worried about it enough.
And this may be a good thing, or it may be very alarming, but the three of you seem to be sharing, like, psychic connection.
Oh, that's
So
weird.
you
I don't
are
like
sharing, you are feeling the ship at the same time, and each other.
Oh.
These
Oh.
three Spelljammer helms are linked together.
Yeah.
Now, where do the three of you want to try to pilot this ship?
Let's all try and pilot in 3 separate directions.
Home is Baldur's
Let's-
Gate.
Land the thing, first of all. I'm sick of being in the sky.
Let's go just straight down.
We landed someone's house.
Will insurance cover this?
Okay, just a quick reminder that remember, this is a ship that does not have landing gear.
Oh.
So landing it on the surface of a planet is probably going to be quite destructive. It does not look like it was made to make landings, unless it's in the water.
And we gotta repair that hole first.
You are still not sure of the structural stability. Also,
We can just like land it in like shallow waters and hope for the best.
you can make the attempt.
I cannot hope for the best.
Wait, what if this planet's not our home?
Is anyone familiar with what their planet looks like from space?
Can I make a roll for that?
I have done quite a bit of traveling along the coast and can probably recognize some of the features.
Okay. You do not recognize any of the geographical features below you. This may not be your home, as far as you know.
We are not in Kansas anymore.
Okay,
Adventure.
I guess we're not landed down here.
Okay.
So the Githyanki first mate again sort of is like grinning in the back and clears his throat and says, "What's our heading, Captain?"
Home. I don't even know what planet my character's from, so.
And he sort of steps out, and you can see through your own body while you're sensing the ship. And he just sort of steps in front of all three of you, and points just in a random direction and says, "We got you guys from over there. We're gonna have to leave the crystal sphere, go through the phlogiston, but maybe we can make it back."
Okay, let's try.
That's a solid maybe, and I like that. So let's go for it.
We need to make that maybe at least a probably before I go anywhere.
Too late, and then.
Well, you know, I wasn't so much the navigator, but I know how to read the charts. We got the charts downstairs. Just letting you know. Anyone else comes into contact with this ship, they're gonna think you're the captain here, and they're gonna fire on sight. But seeing as if we're lucky enough to avoid everyone, maybe we'll get there without any trouble.
We're gonna die on the way home, aren't we?
This is a whole big pile of problems. And I think the first episode of
Well,
Yeah. So the three of you are at least in agreement to head off in that direction.
yeah.
Maybe with varying degrees of enthusiasm.
Is there
But,
a camouflage feature on this ship?
There is no cloaking feature on the ship,
Fuck.
unfortunately.
I have greater invisibility, but I don't think that's gonna help us with that.
Yeah. You do manage to start getting this ship going. It looks like you can pretty much propel it forward, somewhat awkwardly. But it's moving, and you managed to point it in the direction that the Githyanki indicated was home, wherever that may be.
I have
And
passed
so-
that taste.
I don't know if that'll count for a
Yeah.
whole ship, but that would be pretty interesting.
Yeah. You
So
won't leave a trail in the vacuum of space, right?
so off the party goes. None of them knowing what the heck is out in front of them, but they have managed to commandeer themselves a nice mind flayer ship, and off they go into space.
Now we have a
So-
party for other nights we need one shots. I say we level up.
Yeah, great. Everyone can level up. Go ahead.
Woo!
And that is the end of our one shot. Half an hour early, but we needed to
Yeah,
reach a
for
definite
now.
ending, so
No,
I figured we
that
would
was good.
probably end a bit early.
It definitely lends itself to a sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we ever need another break, we can pick it back up. See what happens from there.
Yeah.
But until then, thank you for anyone who came by to watch the one shot.
Mm-hmm.
Next week, I assume we are still having a game. And if so, we will be returning to our Waterdeep dungeon, Mad Mage crawl thing, whatever it is, with the other party. We will find out what happens with Droomstick's ashes.
Hi, I'm
and-
still dead.
Yeah.
I have a great plan for that.
Good.
I'm looking forward to the death of.
No, he's gonna come back to life. We
Well,
need
yeah, but
What do
not
you mean
right
you're looking
away.
forward
Spoiler
to?
alert.
Wait, what do you mean you're looking forward to the death? I'm already dead. What do you?
Yeah, but you don't know it yet. Like, you're literally the last one to know that you've been
Oh
disintegrated.
god, I can't wait for that freak out.
Oh, fuck! That's right. Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh.
You're just gonna hear me like fall out of my chair. Like there's gonna be glass breaking.
That
Yeah.
that promises to be a very interesting sequence of events that we are about to step into there. So
Mhm.
tune in for that as well. But
Yep.
until then, sign-offs. I can't be found anywhere besides our Discord, which the link is down somewhere. I don't know. I'm there sometimes. Let's hand it off to Kevin. Where can they find you?
I can be found also in the Discord, but mostly on Twitter at Evil Sales App. I've been super busy at work this week, so I haven't been active on too much. You can also find me here on the Twitch channel Friday night for Derek's homebrew world game, lifting the Matthias curse. And then I run normally on Sunday nights and in this time slot on Monday night. So I'm here a lot.
Yes.
hmm And from there, we'll pass things off to Jen.
Okay, you can find me on Twitter at SummonerXI, on Instagram and Twitch under the same name as well. Yeah, I post once in a while. Pass it off to Jess.
Oh, hi. You can find me at Sweet Nine Tails, Twitter, Instagram, and occasionally Twitch. I'm slowly gathering information for cosplay stuff, because I'm going shopping on Thursday. Driving down to New York, or technically I'm driving up to upstate New York Wednesday. Technically. And then going down to the city on Wednesday. Or Thursday. But anyways, I'm a mess. That's about it. I don't got anything else to say, I don't think, tonight. No, I'm gonna pass it on to Nick.
Hello, yes, BlueAura94YT is my Twitter, and you can also find me in the Carpe Nerdus pages. Basically, Instagram is going to be full of my cats, because I have turned into a crazy cat lady. And I have just been busy trying to get things for my new job, which, oh my god, it's amazing. But yeah, you'll kind of see updates about me, talking about that, and that's pretty much it. Nothing exciting in my life other than that. Who knows? And you'll also find me here as well on the Friday games, the Sunday games, and the Monday games. So that will be it for me.
Okay. Then, yeah, I think we are done for the week.
Yes.
And,
All right.
And a big shout out to Oliver for hosting this again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You did fantastic.
I did my best.
I was entirely thrilled with how well you picked up on 90s D&D craziness
Yeah.
and just jumped right in and nailed it.
Yeah, I wanted to give us some of the greatest hits to a setting I don't really know a whole lot about, but I try to do my homework. So
Yeah, Spelljammer is super, super popular. It is the most requested setting that people want to come into 50. So, with any luck, this will be a prelude.
well, I'm ready for it.
Oh, I can't wait for this party to happen.
Oh man.
So I
On
said
that
we need.
wonderful, let's sign out. Have a good one, people.
All right. See you guys
Peace
later.
out. Night.
No.